questions, they can't fool me. I won't settle in, cause I've been very careful to stay out the way. Oh, just look alive, you got yourself surrounded. Watch who sticks around, you got to ask them, what are you waiting for? You can work it out, you can push it around, you try to rearrange the pieces to fit, and you can work it out, you can push it around, you try to rearrange the pieces to fit and fit and fit and word of mouth goes great long places, and you should know that secrets don't belong to anybody. I take pleasure in seeming clever, but you're no better. We're getting older, something's getting colder, and I'm shrugging shoulders, cause no one here's to blame. Oh, just look alive, you got yourself surrounded. Watch who sticks around, you've got to ask them, what are you waiting for? You can work it out, you can push it around, you try to rearrange the pieces to fit, and you can work it out, you can push it around, you try to rearrange the pieces to fit, and
You're interrupting Bagel Bite time. This better be important.
oh, don't you feel that way in your bones? I'm just trying to get myself
Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Hi. Welcome. Thank you, Duchamp. Thank you for the bagel bites. Thank you for the resub. Oh, I was up late scrolling on my phone last night, so I'm tired. Even though it's like 2 p.m. almost. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it happened again, and it will happen more. How are you? How are you? Welcome, welcome. Let's move on over here. And oh, I'm still asleep. Oh, okay. I was just too far from the camera. Maybe I should move my phone around a little bit. Maybe this? I'm gonna test my degree of movement and see if I can lean to the right, lean to the left, forward, and back. I gave up on my exercise ball. I'm sorry. I just like having a chair. And it not being a ball means that, like, my spine doesn't fuck up when I'm trying to, like, when I'm slouching a little bit. So yeah, there's the update. I don't know. I tried. I really tried. But maybe I'll like use it as an actual exercise ball. I still haven't really done that yet either. God damn. I'm just wasting money, I guess. But I'm, other than that, I'm doing pretty good. Normal chairs really are a wheel people keep reinventing. Yeah, I mean, I don't think exercise balls were meant to be a chair replacement. People just use it as that because they think it forces them to have better posture or whatever. I don't know. But I don't think its primary use is being a chair. It just happens to be used as a chair. And my chair is not that good. It's like a chair from Amazon I got for 60 bucks. And it's not amazing, but it's functional. I wish it was a little bit better, but whatever. Whatever. Let's see. You've been listening to Crash Test by Jam2Go also. It's been on it was recommended to me by the algorithm, I'm sorry. And I liked it, so I added it to my playlist. But I like it. You never checked out the ergonomics desk chair? What? What does that mean? I can only afford a $60 chair right now. Maybe I'll get like a better chair in the future. I'm sad that I didn't vibe with the exercise ball as much as I thought I would. But I don't want it to just sit in the corner and not get used at all, so I'm gonna force myself to like do crunches on it. I'm gonna have to do something. The schmuck listens to the algorithm. I'm sorry, it just gives me stuff. I'm not out here like generating playlists. I just kind of click on Discover Weekly. And sometimes, some weeks I don't know, some weeks it's good, and I get a lot of good songs. Other weeks it's just like horrible, and I don't like any of them. I've been actually thinking of switching off of Spotify, though, because I'm kind of in my arc of like denouncing, shitty big tech type software and subscriptions and stuff. Well, not subscriptions, because I was looking at an alternative called Deezer. Has anyone used Deezer? I was looking at a few options. There's Deezer, there's Tidal, and there's one called Cobuzz or something like that. I don't know. These nuts. Yeah, I mean, it's it's like Spotify but not Spotify, you know what I mean? And I think Deezer takes a stance against AI music. It's like anti-AI. Or there might be some AI songs on it just because it has like a pool of millions of songs, but like they've said that they want to like deboost AI songs and like boost actual human-made music. Tidal looked pretty enticing too, but I've heard some stuff about it. So I'm like, okay, maybe Deezer's better. But they pretty much are the same. I mean, like, anything is better than Spotify, so I don't know. I'm still looking into it, though. I use these nuts. It's because it's more European, kinda. Yeah. Europe is sometimes Europe is good with that stuff, like software related stuff. But I don't know. It's on my radar. I haven't made the plunge yet, but I'm close to pulling the trigger. But it's I'm on a family plan for Spotify. It's like my sister-in-law's sister or something like that. Like someone somewhere gave me this and I don't pay for it, so I don't have like a huge incentive to switch off of it. It's more just in principle, if anything. I use Pandora. Oh, I used to use. I was like, yeah, is Pandora still around? I don't know. I haven't heard about Pandora in a long time. I used Pandora back in the old days before Spotify even existed. Because it was like a way to like shuffle music based off of like your taste. And like back in the olden days, back in like the iTunes days, it was like, that was revolutionary. And then I heard murmurs of this Spotify thing. It was invite only at the time, and it was like apparently you could listen to whatever, and you'd only have to pay like, $5 a month or a year or some shit like that. it was like way cheaper back then, and then I was like, whoa, that sounds crazy, and I had no idea what was coming. iHeartRadio, Son versus Pandora Daughter. I don't know. I don't use either of those. I don't really know what that means anymore. I want to go back. You know, it's long gone. You gotta let go. That world doesn't exist anymore. Last night I watched, I rewatched this movie that I really love. It's called Whisper of the Heart. It is written and storyboarded by Miyazaki. You know him. But directed by another dude. It's one of my favorite movies, and I got reminded that it was still in theaters. Because I thought I missed it, but apparently it's still in theaters for, well, today was the last, I'm pretty sure, like, the last screening was just this afternoon, but I was like, oh shit, I still get to catch this? It's a movie that's about, like, making art. I really like it. And it just made me think, like, damn. I feel like we're so close to a future where this type of narrative just doesn't make any sense anymore. Like, without really spoiling it, it's about this girl who is, like, she's a writer and, like, a poet, and she's kind of down on her own work, and at some point in the movie she decides that the most important thing she needs to be doing is to, like, just drop everything and write a novel, in order to, like, prove herself. And the entire movie is pretty much like the struggle of, like, just kind of cramming, and this feeling of, like, importance that it has. Like, you know, I don't know if I'm good enough to really call myself a, you know, a writer or creative, whatever. And it's just like a 2-month-long ordeal. And I'm just thinking, like, I wonder if the LLM generation is really gonna understand this. Because nowadays it's so easy to just be like, I'm just gonna hit a button. I don't know, because it's like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I talk about this shit every stream, right? I know. But, like, I've seen so many posts talking about, like, the way that, like, you have to kind of grapple with the friction of learning a new skill. And I think that's so important. I don't know. But I'm like, I so easily see this, like, future where this movie doesn't even make sense, because people growing up with AI or whatever, just whatever tools that kind of remove that friction, it's just going to be like, I don't understand. Because I feel like there's a lot of people who don't like this movie and don't get it, because the first time I showed it to my friends in college, no one really, they thought it was kind of dumb. Like, they thought the movie was dumb and, like, pointless and, like, kind of random. And I feel like it only resonates if you've really tried to make something and, like, have grappled with the fact that you don't know if you're good enough and you don't have the skills to really do what you want to do. But, you know, I wonder if it's gonna get to a point where no one even understands. It's gonna be like, this, like, is like a movie made from a different planet, you know? Did you ever watch the Goro Miyazaki Earthwind anime film? That didn't review well, and then Hayao Miyazaki disowned him or something. It's not that bad. I thought it was good. I haven't seen that one. I've seen Up on Poppy Hill, and I didn't think it was very good. I mean, it wasn't like horrendous. Well, I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. I thought it was super boring. But I do have I have Wizard of Earthsea the book, because I've always wanted to read Ursula K. Le Guin, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But I got through the trouble of digging through, because it was in my parents' house for a while, and I dug through specifically to find it because I want to read it. Oh, my tracking keeps dying. I'm sorry. Let me move my monitor a little bit out of the way. Because every time I see a quote from Ursula K. Le Guin, I'm like, this is so base, and she was so real. So I actually want to read it. Oh, the movie I was talking about is called Whisper of the Heart. I'm sorry if I didn't mention that. I was like, I might have forgotten to mention the name of the movie. It's called Whisper of the Heart. It's directed by... I don't want to get the name wrong in case I forgot. Yoshifumi... Whisper of the Heart. Yoshifumi Kondo. I had it right. But it's written by Miyazaki. It's really good. I feel like it's super underrated.
I live and breathe.
It's sort of in the same vein as Kiki's Delivery Service. If you like Kiki's, you probably like this one. Don't go in expecting like Spirited Away or anything like that. But it's a very gentle movie. It's about growing up. It's about, you know, making stuff, and it's very sweet. And there's so much like attention to detail, and like, I don't know, it's very well written, I think. I highly recommend it. Also, it is where the lo-fi hip-hop girl comes from, so don't be jump scared. That's where that movie is where the lo-fi hip-hop girl came from, so you just get that out of your system, because it's not about lo-fi hip-hop at all. So you have to move past that. I actually kind of hate how that overshadowed the movie a little bit, because the movie is a little bit underrated, and more people recognize that movie for that rather than the movie for itself. And if you've ever seen or heard of The Cat Returns, The Cat Returns is like sort of like you'll kind of see, but it's sort of like a spin-off, but it's really different. And I feel like more people have seen The Cat Returns, which I also think is a little bit tragic, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I'll see you later. I gotta do a fuck-ass test. Good luck. Good luck. I believe in you. Genoblast, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see. I haven't been reading. Let me look at chat a little bit. Do you see that thing that makes stickers based on prompts for kids? That's kind of the future I fear. Stickers based on prompts. No, but I see shit like, heartwarming. This teacher fed all these kids drawings through AI to show it coming to life. It's an auditorium filled with kids, and like they have a big projector, and it's showing like an AI version of all these kids drawing, and they're all like excited and freaking out, and like they're like, whoa, it's so cool. And I'm like, goddamn. I used to like Poppy Hill, but on recent rewatches I realized I hated all the kids and didn't care about their clubhouse that they didn't use. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I'm just like, I don't fucking like this. I don't know. I'm trying not to be as mean about movies. It's funny that he was such a bitch about his own son's work. Yeah, isn't Miyazaki like famously like a bad dad? But I think they squashed the beef and they're on good terms. And yeah, originally it was that, like, from what I remember, it's like Miyazaki didn't want his kid to, I say kid, but his adult son. He didn't want his adult son to get into making movies. He wanted him to like kind of carve his own path. But well, he wanted to, and then he did, and apparently Miyazaki could not sit through the movie. He like left midway through. But apparently they squashed the beef. They squashed the beef and they're cool now. And then I think there's a quote later on. Miyazaki said, "Oh, you know, he made it. He put his heart into it, so it's good." Whatever. That's funny to me. I don't like Poppy Hill though, so I don't know if I'm gonna like Tales from Earthsea. Maybe I'll give it a watch. Oh, I saw fucking Earwig and the Witch, which I also think is from Goro Miyazaki, and I also thought was really bad. So Not to be mean, but, like, maybe he kind of deserved it. Like, oof. I mean, it's tough love, right? Like, we deserve a stern, absent father figure who tells it like it is, right? Enough of the sugarcoating. I could take it. I showed Ride Your Wave to my sister and she thought it was ridiculous. That movie is ridiculous, but I love it. Goro Miyazaki is an architect, if I recall correctly, ended up being the director of something earthly by accident. No, I think he really just wanted to. It must be hard living in the shadow of like a filmmaking legend, though. Maybe he just wanted his dad to be proud of him for something. But I don't know, maybe I'm projecting. I don't know if I thanked you earlier, Genoblast, thank you. I'm looking at some old chat messages right now, I'm still catching up. I have an interesting question. Do you think that for any given person going to college that they can choose any available major and do well in that field, and that there's no such thing as a particular field being meant for that person? What do you mean meant for that person? I don't believe in, like, if you're talking about, like, the concept of a cutie mark, and that you just have this, like, hidden skill that you just need to figure out what your special talent is. I don't know if I really believe in that as a concept, you know? I think if you're interested in something, and that there is some kind of viable career path forward, then that maybe that's enough for it to mean that you're meant for that major, right? Like, it's going to be a real struggle studying something for 4 years that you really despise. Some people do it, but it really does help if you genuinely are interested in the subject matter. I used to let The Cat Returns sit on the DVD menu for a house to listen to the music. Aw, that movie is cute. I gotta give it a rewatch. I think when I watched it, I was like, this isn't Whisper of the Heart. What the fuck is this? I scoffed at it, but I was also young and stupid. I like the idea of there being kind of a lighter Ghibli film, you know? But Whisper of the Heart isn't like it at all. It's not fantasy. It's very much just like a coming of age, contemporary, you know, sort of real-ish story. Your eyebrow is twitching. I'm sorry. Ever since I moved and I'm on this new desk setup, it's kind of small and cramped. I don't have anywhere to put my phone that doesn't block my face in some way. So if I lean forward a little bit too much, my eye tracking starts to get fucked up, and it's hard for me not to just like slouch. I have a really narrow window of movement that my tracking is normal and good. Maybe you're just a hater. Maybe I am. Literal worst Ghibli film? Oh, we're talking about Earwig and the Witch? Yeah, it's tragic. It's fucking tragic, actually, that it's actually, like, embarrassing. Is your dad proud of you? Next question. If my son was Chester, I'd be proud as heck. Maybe you can adopt me. We're proud of you? Aw, thanks. Maybe that's why I stream, is to get, like, the parental approval I never got. Yeah. Anyway, that's healthy, right? That's healthy and normal. You made a whole ass video game? Thank you. I don't know, I inserted ass in your message. You didn't say ass. You just said whole video game. Anyway, I'll cheer for you at your Little League game. Thank you. Yataro, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, we're playing this game today. It's called Lost Wiki Kozlovka. It is a... Get ready for this. You're gonna like this. It is a Golden Idol-like. It's a Golden Idol-like puzzle game. So we're gonna see how that goes. Fuck, I'm sorry about my face tracking. I'm leaning forward again. Let me move my phone again. See if it'll help. Just I can turn the webcam on to see how much of me it sees. So maybe this will be better. Okay. Oh, good luck, I guess. So this one I've heard is pretty short, so you know, maybe it won't be so bad. Maybe. Let's go over here and let's open up the game and go over here. It is processing Vulkan shaders right now, so give it a second. I've got nothing today, no interesting things to say. Yeah, me, that's every day. This is a work of fiction. Names, characters, businesses, place, events, and incidents are entirely fictional. Left... Oh, wait. Computer mouse is highly recommended for the intended experience. Gotta check the settings first. CRT effect. We'll keep it on. Dithering. We'll keep that on. Red ghosting. Ooh, I see it. I see it. Sure. Why not? Whatever. It doesn't seem too distracting. Like I said, every good game starts up with like a PC booting thing. Enter your credentials to continue. Oh, fuck. Wait. Oh, you could just click. I was gonna go with admin, or admin password. Alright, I'm in. Let's see what we got here. I've read your articles, and I think you can notice what others miss. You're thorough, and more importantly, careful. That's what I need. I've granted you limited access to the database. It holds more than enough, if you know where to look. Attachments, database ... Use the hyperlinks to navigate around the database. Drag the right words into the report. When you are satisfied with your conclusions, submit the findings to me. I will review them. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. It's about dragging the right words. In the mail, press the attachment file you would like to view, hold and drag to move, scroll to zoom, alternatively use the plus and minus button. I think this was made in Godot, I might be wrong. Is this scary? Pfft, everyone asks, is this scary? Whatever. Life is scary, okay? Look in the mirror. Is it scarier than waking up every day? No. Nothing is. Play Hypnospace Outlaw? I've heard of that game. But I'm playing this right now, and you have to get used to it. Let's see. We want to save... I read your articles, limited database to the access. If you know where to look. Use hyperlinks to navigate around the database. Drag the right words onto the report. No images. Enter the system code followed by the local area code. Redacted bypass. Blank. There it is. There's the report. I'd rather not look in the mirror. There's a guy there. Oh yeah, that's the Hat Man. That's okay. He's actually pretty chill. Don't worry about it. Blank is a quiet town in Zarnava. It is beside the Blank, a vibrant woodland with a very distinct ecosystem. At the heart of the forest, a tall tree stands proud that locals refer to as the blank. The seal. The town itself has a thriving seal business, one which boasts bountiful harvest and provides food sustainability. Kozlovka is a small town located in the eastern region of Zarnava, nestled at the edge of the Byalowiza forest. The town boasts its agricultural achievements with incredibly fertile soil. Kozlovka was founded in 1887 and survived significant challenges, including German occupation. I feel like this should be capitalized. German occupation during World War II and the later Soviet influence. This article has been modified from an earlier entry. In June from 1941 to 1944, Kozlovka was occupied by the Germans, and it was a main source of food supply for the battalions occupying the region. Okay. In 1944, a huge offensive was launched, cornering the Nazis in the Byaloweza forest. Dozens of lives were lost to the forest, which ended up in a Soviet victory. Afterwards, Zarnava declared independence in 1991. Click on the hyperlink to access an article. The bookmark icon allows you to bookmark the article visible in the flowchart. The flowchart gives you access to any visited article. Click and drag to navigate. Okay, what's the point of doing this, though? I guess it's just like if you want to make a note, like a mental note of something. Bialovisha. Bialovisha. That's probably it. Kozlovka is a quiet town. It is beside the blank, a vibrant woodland. At the heart of the forest, a tall tree stands proud that locals refer to the blank. Agricultural achievements. 10% of food in Zarnava. Their medicinal herbs are also known to be overtly potent. Due to Kozlovka's incredibly fertile soil, the medicinal herbs grown to the area are too potent for use and are not approved by the government. However, some locals vouch for their effectiveness, such as the local pharmacist, Dr. Mstislav Dragunov, and the witch, although she advocates more for its use in ancient pagan rituals. Medical doctor, local pharmacist, was used to formulate medicine using the local colony of symbiotic ergo. Bialowieza is a real place. There doesn't seem to be a Kozlovka nearby. Oh, okay. So we know generally where this fictional town and country takes place. He's a vocal advocate of using Kozlovka's medicinal herbs. The witch? Bro. I mean, alright. You know she's legit when she looks like that. Hell yeah. Ergotism was a disease caused by eating the fungi. It's a fungus that infects rye. Oh. It makes a substance related to LSD, but not as pleasant. The witch is a local shaman who owns a small shop in Kozlovka's High Street. She is most known for her appearance with her iconic one bloodshot eye. Even as a pillar of Kozlovka's culture, there is a decline in interest for ancient pagan rituals. As a tourist, you can get her signature spiritual chalk. Ooh. It's advertised to be able to commune with the surrounding nature and the souls of those who perished with rune symbols. Traditionally, it is a woman's job to mark sites with rune symbols, as many did in the past. The town has a thriving... it has a thriving... medicinal herbs business? Or agriculture business? Industrialize their practices, most notably the modern farming initiative.
Happy anniversary,
Agricultural
oh my goodness.
business? Agriculture? I guess because it turned into agriculture, maybe that's right. Zero, thank you for the resub, thank you! Thank you, thank you, oh my gosh. I feel like, wow. I feel like the last time you resubbed, was that really a month ago? Holy cow. Holy cow! But thank you so much. Modern farming initiative was proposed by Mayor Jan Dragonov in 1991 to revise Kozlovka's agricultural practices. It was approved by the Zarnavian government after achieving independence in the same year. The proposal, Dr. Kazimir Ostrovsky, who was invited to the town to undergo research, the proposal was only scrapped in 1992. Passcode, the year of Zarnava independence. 1990. Was that 1991? What did I click to get to that thing? Wait, how did I do that? Wait, what? Wait a minute. Click on numbers to enter. It wasn't in 1991? Yeah, it was 1991. Do I put that here? Bro, you need a better password than that. That's just way too easy. Have you seen the game Date Boy? I watched Game Grumps play it and it was like the most Chester-coded game I've ever seen. Date Boy? I have not heard of this. I'm looking it up right now. Whoa, what is this? Secretly playing your generic 90s handheld video game console during the first date? What? It's like you're playing a Game Boy, but it's also like a first person, like you're at a date. That's so fucking funny. I'm adding it to my library, thank you. That's awesome. Okay. The Zarnavian Cultural Preservation Initiative. This initiative started in 1991 when Zarnava gained its independence. Its purpose was to preserve sites and documents for cultural significance. The Draken Oak. Quercus drakensis. Draken Oak is a rare and ancient tree in the Bialove, I already forgot. Carving on the trunk was said to be a pagan tradition and to honor the agricultural season. It's protected by the Zarnavian government. After establishing their independence, it is the primary host for the fungus symbiotic ergot. Claviceps symbiotica is a unique fungus. Blah blah blah. Symbiotic, the Draken Oak. Boop. Thriving agricultural business or medicinal herb business? No, I think it was agriculture. I think it was agriculture. Kozlovka is a quiet town in Zarnava. It is beside the Bialovisha forest, a vibrant woodland with a very distinct ecosystem. At the heart of the forest, a tall tree stands proud, the locals refer to as the Draken Oak. The town itself has a thriving agriculture business. one which boasts bountiful harvests and provides food sustainability. I go look at bonfires now? Bye, enjoy the bonfires. You found something, but not enough. If you want to keep going, you'll need to understand where this place began. Look for patterns and connections. The flowchart is a tool, not a solution. Follow the threads, not the labels. Engraved on the tree, there are 2 runes, the top being blank and the bottom being blank. The locals clearly hold spiritual beliefs tied to the forest. These beliefs are not unfounded, for there are colonies of blank around the tree. The fungus is likely the cause of the town's agricultural success. Oh, we already know. We already know this one. Come on now. So, this is this, and then we gotta figure out the runes. So the top one is a plus sign, and the bottom one is a zigzaggy X. So we gotta go back to the witch. Spiritual chalk. Rune symbols. I wish I could click on this. Dr. Kazimir Otrovsky is a Russian mycologist who specialized in the study of rare fungi. He moved to Zarnava and dedicated most of his 30-year career studying the symbiotic ergot. He was invited to Kozlovka as part of the Modern Farming Initiative, primarily researching the ecosystem in the Byelovizhka forest. Yan Dragonov is the current mayor of Kozlovka. He came into mayorship after he superseded his father, Atya Dragonov, in 1992. He was best known for proposing the Modern Farming Initiative, in which he invited Dr. Kazimir Otrovsky to the blah blah blah. Father? The mayor from 1945 to 1992, best known for establishing Kozlovka Police Force and affection for bisons. He was superseded by his son, when he mysteriously vanished as part of the tragedy commonly known as the 90s disappearance. Excuse me? How do you just drop that on me, huh? Huh? The fuck? 15 people vanished from Kozlovka over the course of 2 months in the summer of 1992. Most notably, Attila Dragonov was among the missing, as well as one non-local. The investigation led by Jan Dragonov ran cold after a year, having only found a few items from several victims. This was the most recent tragedy that the town had to endure. Not the spiritual chalk. I knew it. Number 14. No hint available. Click on the numbers to enter. Kozlovka Tragedy's password. 14. 90s disappearance. 1992. 15 people. 15 people. 14. Was he the 14th person? 1522. What? Why? You think Atya Dragonov is proud of his son? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Look at him. Kozlovka Tragedies. No hint available. Date of the Winter Festival. The Winter Festival. Small town in the eastern region of Zarnava, nestled at the edge of the forest. Agricultural achievements. German occupation. Medicinal herbs. So how do we get to Winter Festival? Is this like the output of like agricultural exports or something? Medicinal... blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Where are you getting these numbers from? 1592? What is this? I don't understand. "15 missing from 92. Keep that in mind. I don't know about that though. I'm not gonna put that in yet. There are 2 runes, the top being blank and the bottom being blank. Okay, so I think I have to figure out either how to get into one of these. So it is the... tragedies, and the other one was the... this one. I'm gonna mark that. I'm gonna unmark this one because it's less important. The date of the Winter Festival. How did I get here? Wait. Drake and Oak and Modern Farming Initiative? Really? Wait, where? Wait. Oh. Zarnavian Cultural Preservation Initiative. Slavic rune symbols. Eastern Slavic ancestry form pagan beliefs, some of which came in the form of runes. Few locals, like the witch, still believe they hold power. Common Slavic symbols. Perun's mark. Associated with the god of thunder, this Slavic rune was believed to offer protection against misfortune and ill omens. Rodovik. The Slavic linked to family lineage and ancestral blessings found on household objects. So hexagon is god of thunder. Circle is ancestral blessings. Circle 2 lines is forgiveness and peace. The cross is fertility. Bountiful harvest. And this one must be the other one. 2 interwoven lines represents duality, growth and decay, renewal, and remembrance. Some rural communities believe the Slavic rune was a symbol of transition, rather than end. It's gonna be some shit like the people who disappeared turned into mushrooms or something. They like turned into the drugs. Alright, well, we got this one. Engraved on the tree, there are 2 runes. The top being Zemina's cross, and the bottom being twin glyph. The locals clearly hold spiritual beliefs tied to the forest. They're not unfounded. They're colonies of symbiotic ergot around the tree. The fungus is likely the cause of the town's agricultural success. Thank you. Apologies for being cautious. I needed to know you were the right person for the job. I haven't been fully honest with you. This isn't just research. Someone I cared about disappeared in the early 90s. Official records are incomplete and inconsistent. Most people stopped asking. I didn't. In the 90s, there were a string of disappearances, most notably the mayor. The former mayor. Let's get that in there. Ah, fuck. Where's the mayor? Most notably, Achla Draganov. Blank was also a victim of the disappearance. It was because of this that the blank was scrapped. Wait. The victim's belongings were found in the blank, which is where they were presumed to have met their ends. Wait, the scientist, maybe? One non-local disappeared, and this article was modified, so possibly the scientist? The Modern Farming Initiative. It was scrapped. Oh, fuck, it was him. And I guess there's some kind of cover-up that doesn't want to talk about how he disappeared. The victim's belongings were found in the blank, where they were presumed to have met their ends. Found in the what? In the tree? I don't think they were found in the tree. I think they were found somewhere around here. Yeah. Welcome, welcome, Filegeist, welcome. So, I've got to figure out how to get to... There's a rune here for the ancestral blessing. Okay, so you know what? I think this is probably just like the woods. Oh no, not that. This is just the forest. Let's try this. In the 90s, there were a string of disappearances, most notably Achtia Draganov. Dr. Kazimir Otrovsky was also a victim of the disappearance. It was because of this that the Modern Farming Initiative was scrapped. The victim's belongings were found in the Byalovishvuza forest, which is where they were presumed to have met their ends. I can't believe they were so close to the town. This changes a lot of things. I need you to investigate further. By now, you must have tried to access our tragedy page. We don't normally show this to the public, but I'll make an exception. Dear Volha, thank you for contacting the town hall. After considering your close relationship with the governing bodies, your request to access the article Kozlovka Tragedies has been approved. Below is the one-time code to access the page, 7328. The town hall management. 7328. I knew it. I knew it all along. Let's see. For an uneventful town, Kozlovka has had a fair share of tragedies throughout its history. See below for the list of notable incidents. Also, is the music a little loud? Let me make it a bit quieter. The 90s disappearance, the summer plague, an unusual wave of deaths spread across town, Most victims had pre-existing medical conditions and were found deceased in their homes. Postmortems revealed unidentified fungal matter in the bloodstream. Suspected at first to be a fast-moving contagion, the tragedy ended as suddenly as it began. Oh my god, the witch is turning them into mushrooms? That's what I think. Animal killings. In 1965, a tragedy occurred when locals were reporting their pets missing to the authorities. It was revealed that dozens of animals were found mutilated at the foot of the Draken Oak. Although the investigation was quickly resolved, the bodies were proven difficult to retrieve due to them decaying at a faster rate in the soil. They turned the dogs into mushrooms. And the mushrooms into drugs. The Battle of the Forest. From 1941 to 1944, Kozlovka was occupied by the Germans. Oh, we already know about this one. Dozens of lives were lost to the forest, which ended in a Soviet victory. Interesting. Where do you find such creative games? You always play the games I've never heard of. I don't know, I keep my eyes open. I don't go to one particular place. I just keep my eyes open. Dogs to Mushroom TF. I've read that comic. Whoa. Whoa. This is cool. Aw, thanks. I'm glad I can share like these obscure games. Or I guess lesser known games. And I have a soft spot for games that aren't too long, and I heard this one is like around 2 hours-ish, which is perfect for me. It's perfect. I'm actually really sad. I saw a game that kind of looks like Bloodborne. Looks like an indie Bloodborne, and then I checked the Steam page and it was like, AI disclosure. We used AI to make some of the textures. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, oh my god. Unwish list. I'm actually really sad about that. I'm also just like thinking like, why? Why would you read the fucking room? Jeez. Read the room. But what can you do? Weed out the weak, I say. Weed them out. Turn them into mushrooms. Festival Massacre. In 1892, dozens of locals were killed during the winter festival. The culprit was caught murdering festival attendees in front of the Draken Oak. When cornered, the culprits slit their own throat and joined their victims at the foot of the tree. This is the earliest tragedy recorded in Kozlovka. The winter festival occurs every year on the 15th of December. The festival celebrated the hardship between people. It celebrated the hardship between people endured through the year. Between people. Wives would take up their husbands' tools as a sign of kinship and equal footing. The holiday is no longer celebrated since the massacre in 1892. I see. I see. Wait, where's the, Where was the... Wait, where was the... Was it here? There it is, there it is, there it is. So I guess if this is in Europe, I want to say it's not 1215, it's 1512. 2. The Dragunov family. Kozlovka was founded by Bohdan Dragunov and Alina Dragunova. The story goes that their love guided them to this plot of land in hopes of starting anew as a family. A memorial was erected to honor the family, which includes a quote that reads, "For the loss of a few, there is still many." Yeah, not ominous at all. Not ominous at all. Bohdan was a founding member of Kozlovka. Originally a carpenter, his career shifted to farming after having their first child, who was born sickly. He was famous for being a terrible farmer, but nonetheless persevered. He was also devout to his wife, and famously said to have borrowed her strength in times of need. Oh my god. Current working theory is that he used her period blood to summon the fucking devil of agriculture. To summon an agricultural demon, which required more blood sacrifices, so then they went straight to killing dogs and people. Alina Dragonova was a founding member of Kozlovka. She was incredibly spiritual and set up the winter festival as her way of celebrating her husband's crops. The festival attracted dozens of people whose families make up Kozlovka today. She was always devout to her husband and was known in the community to set everything aside for the sake of her family. For a small town, Kozlovka has had its fair share of tragedies. Among them, there are the tragedies that coincide with sudden spikes in Kozlovka's agricultural yield, from earliest to latest. Coincidentally, these tragedies were all committed in the blank. It's gotta be the forest. Sudden spikes in agricultural yield. So, looking at this chart, it's definitely the original tragedy, the festival killings. Boop! And then in 1940, boop! And then in 1990. Okay. So we got the festival massacre. Battle of the Forest, probably? The animal killings in 1965, that didn't do anything. Right? And then... this has gotta be the 90s disappearance. The summer... oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It might be the summer plague. What do we think? Those happened really close to each other. But I want to say the plague probably killed more people and probably turned them into more mushrooms. Oh, but it looks pretty close, though, you know? Oh, I like that you can see, like, a slight uptick in the freaking pets disappearing. There's a slight uptick here. But I want to say this is... oh, fuck. I accidentally undid it. August of 1990, an unusual wave of deaths. Most victims of pre-existing medical conditions around disease in their homes. It's got to be 90s disappearance because they died in their homes. They died in their home. And not in the forest. For a small town, Kozlovka has had its fair share of tragedies. Among them, these are the tragedies that coincide with sudden spikes in Kozlovka's agricultural yield from earliest to latest. Coincidentally, these tragedies were all committed in the Balowisha forest. Your findings have been more than helpful. They're disturbing. This pattern we're uncovering, it's not random. Someone knew. Someone let it happen. You must have redacted bypass installed on your system. Like any good journalist, it's been a while since it's been prohibited by the government, so here's a refresher on how to access it. In order to enable redacted bypass, you must first have your system code. You can find these in your computer system. System code. Then you'll need the local area code of the city you'd like to bypass. You can find these in all the addresses. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 342. 342. 342451. 34245 1. Easy. Easy game. Welcome to the Redacted Bypass. With this program, you can access data from articles that have been previously modified by local authorities. Insert article name to continue. The victims were frequent patrons of Dr. Mstislav Dragunov, who regularly complained that standard medicine would not help people with such long-standing medical conditions. After swift investigation, the police said there was no correlation. So he administered the mushrooms, hoping to cure them, but maybe he did it wrong and they all died. Okay. After the government's disapproval of their product, blank caused the tragedy. Blank. Because of this, blank proposed the blank to abandon any uses of blank. So this last one is going to be the mushroom. The symbiotic ergo. Ergot? I keep saying ergo. Hi Chester, how's it going? Welcome, Coda, welcome. Oh, it's going pretty good. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Alright. After this, blank proposed the blank. The government? To abandon any uses. I wanna say medicinal herbs. The witch? Or... yeah, the witch would make sense. Because the blank. Just hanging out? Hell yeah. I'm gonna go with this for now. So let's check out this. Let's check out this one. He announced a more potent version of his medicine in 1989, but failed safety tests in the subsequent year and was not approved by the government. So, Mstislav Dragunov caused the tragedy. After not getting approved in 1989. So, as revenge, he caused the 90s disappearances. So... because of this, the new mayor... oops. There once was a kitty named Wiki who liked to do things that were freaky. Okay, thank you, welcome. Hi. Jan was infamous for being vocal about his disapproval of the use of symbiotic ergo. After the plague, he launched the modern farming initiative with the primary goal of phasing out the fungi from use. Jan Dragunov proposed the modern farming initiative. Wait, what? Summer plague. There we go. There we go. I knew it. Are there aeromorphs in this game? Not yet. Not yet, but we don't know. We don't know yet. There are evil mushrooms, though. What's this game about? It is about a small Eastern European town plagued with tragedy and mysterious pagan rituals, and potentially people being murdered ritualistically and being turned into mushrooms. I wish I wasn't allergic to kitties. There's a super affectionate stray in our neighborhood. The neighbors adopted it unofficially. Aw, that's adorable. I hope the cats are doing okay. The neighborhood cats. Mstislav is a good man, but I knew his ambition would get to him. To think he risked innocent lives. I may have found something that is of use. What's inside is sensitive. Handle it accordingly. I'll continue digging around for more material. To whom it may concern. As you know, it has been 3 months since our mayor went missing. He was dear to our hearts, but alas, we must come together and continue running the town. The control of the Kozlovka police force and its public database will be transferred to his son, Jan Draganov, as he will be taking the reins as mayor of the town. With that, the passcode to the town ledger has been changed. It is now the heading code of the town hall. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. The town ledger is the heading code of town hall? Heading code? The heading code. NW6? Passcode to the town ledger is NW6. NW6. No way! 6. Okay, I'll remember it. Blank's true name is Blank. They were responsible for the tragedy Blank. They frequently return to the site of the tragedy to carve the rune Blank onto the blank. Oh my god, non-binary witch? Non-binary icon, the witch? With the bloodshot eye? Oh, she is the oh, damn. She? Okay, never mind. Okay, that's not it. That's not it. Damn, okay. They returned to the site of the tragedy to carve the rune Blank onto the Draken Oak, probably. The Draken Oak. Let's check the runes again. Well, there's only 2 runes on the tree. One is fertility, and one is growth and decay. So, I bet it's gonna be the twin glyph. I bet it's gonna be the twin glyph, just from vibes alone. I just have a feeling. So, let me see which articles are modified so I can plug it into this and get some new information. The talented mycologist went missing during his time in Kozlovka. When the mycology community asked for his research in the forest, the local government refused to release it due to sensitive information. Hmm. I think the witch is a red herring. I don't think it's the witch. She's probably just a kind old lady. Pretty sure. Okay, well, alright. Well, this is a... Okay, this is an illustration of the other glyph being drawn. So there is a chance that this is not twin glyph. They returned to the site of the tragedy to carve the rune blank onto the Ricken Oak. They were responsible for the tragedy blank. So we know who was responsible for the summer plague. The animal killings. Dude, I like that the redacted bypass has to be written like a freaking ransom note for no fucking reason. Like, I don't know, if you're like an elite hacker or whatever, you don't necessarily have to do that. But okay. Witnesses mentioned that they saw a red glowing dot darting around the area when the mutilation supposedly took place. This sparked a short-lived legend of an angry spirit in the forest. The police stated this was a baseless rumor. Okay, red glowing dot? I'm thinking bloodshot eye from the witch. I'm thinking that's bloodshot eye. Or a gun? Like a rifle? I don't know. I don't know. Possibly? The only other red thing is the witch's eye. Hmm. German documents showed that the occupation was not a simple invasion, but to also investigate an event that happened in the late 1800s. These documents were given to the local police force. An event that happened in the late 1800s. The culprits slit their own throat and joined the victims at the foot of the tree. There was a disturbing rumor that the killer carved the runes into the Draken Oak as part of the festival traditions. Although not much evidence suggests this, it was speculated to be the reason why the festival is no longer celebrated. The killer carved the runes onto the Draken Oak as part of the festival's tradition. Do you think the witch and the doctor are the same person? Wouldn't that be ridiculous, though? I feel like you can see her face pretty clearly. Witch's true name? That doesn't make any sense. She's the knight. Do you think that this dude could, like, you know, put on drag and turn into like a evil witch with a bloodshot eye? I feel Dragonov? Oh, fuck, you're right. Okay. Okay, that settles it. And because of the glowing eye, I'm gonna throw in animal killings here. And we're gonna say the first rune. Zeminus Cross. Bountiful Harvest. Okay, never mind. That's not it. That's not it at all. How'd it go? How'd it go? Welcome back, Poppy Seed. How'd it go? Meh? Yeah, well, it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. No use thinking about it now. In 1991, when the Zanava gained its independence, the purpose was to preserve sites and documents of cultural significance, Dragon Oak, modern farming, rune symbols, town ledger. NW6. How am I gonna turn NW6 into a 4-digit code? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. 13. No, that can't be it. That can't be it. That can't be it at all. The town ledger passcode. They said it was the, They said it was, It is now the heading code of the town hall. And the heading code is NW6. So maybe there's some kind of... There's some kind of graph that, like, translates numbers into letters into numbers? 451 is the area code. The passcode to the town ledger has been changed. It is now the heading code of the town hall. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Heading code. N is 000. NE is 045. E is 90. South, north, northeast, east, southeast. Were these angles? So... Never eat soggy waffles. 0, 90, 45, 90, plus 45 is 135, right? Okay, so that's 90, 180, 180? 180 is south. And then plus 45 is 225, 6? 225, 6? How do I get to the ledger? Two, 5, 6. What? Did I do the math wrong? Hang on. Northwest. Oh no, I did southwest. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. My bad. 270. 270 plus 45 is 315.6. There we go. My bad. Oh. This ledger details the family that governs the town of Kozlovka. See below the list of family members. Atya, guy who disappeared. Mstislav is the doctor. Lilia. Oh! Lilia Dragonova is the adoptive elder sister of Atya and Mstislav, although she has acted more as a caregiver to the two boys rather than a sibling. Not much is known about her besides reports of her eccentric personality. In 1965, the Dragunov family announced that she has run away, although no investigation was held. I wonder where she is now. That's quite a mystery. Fuck. I wonder what's for dinner? I don't know. Volha is the mother of Jan Dragunov. She was a proud mother and adamantly supported Jan's mayorship after her husband's disappearance. Although she no longer uses their last name, she still has close connections to the family. Damn, what a looker. Goddamn. Wouldn't it be Zemina's cross? Maybe it is the other one. To carve the rune twin glyph? I feel like it's gotta be animal killings considering the whole freaking moving glowing red dot. How is... Wait, what? Really? Really? How is that? I guess Witch's true name is... Maybe it's not Witch's true name. Maybe that's not it. Jan was infamous for being vocal about his disapproval of the use of symbiotic ergot. After the plague, he launched the Modern Farming Initiative with the primary goal of phasing the fungi from use. Okay, so the mom supported the... Huh. Sabotage. Sabotage. But I don't think it would be her, though. I don't think it would be her because she's supporting, she's supportive of the modern mayor, and the modern mayor doesn't do that pagan stuff. So I don't think she would return to the site of the tragedy to carve the freaking runes in. But I feel like she somehow disappeared this guy to put Jan in power. As the town was relatively small, there was no sheriff, so the mayor was responsible for leading investigations. Upon appointing himself sheriff, he stated, "As long as I draw breath, I shall keep this town thriving. Know that I will do what's best for Kozlovka." That is new information. I'm just looking for things I might have not clicked yet. That have been edited, I mean. I'm pretty sure I've seen this one. Carve the runes into the drinking oak as part of the festival's traditions. Not much evidence suggests is speculated to be a reason why this festival is no longer celebrated. In 1892. Blank's true name. Blank's true name. Is the carved runes correct? Maybe the animal killings are associated with a different one. I tried both of the ones that it could be. There's only 2 runes on the tree. Yeah, and the only tragedy that has, like, extra text... Well, besides this one... But we already know the deal with this one. We already know the deal with this one. The only other tragedy that has extra text is this. Pets missing. Dozens of animals were mutilated. The investigation was quickly resolved. Bodies are proven difficult to retrieve due to them decaying at a faster rate. Witnesses mentioned they saw a glowing red dot darting around the area when the mutilation supposedly took place. Short-lived legend of an angry spirit in the forest. So that, to me, gives me the impression that this is the tragedy we're thinking of. Because this is the only one with an extra bit of information. Right? And it almost seems too painfully obvious, but the family member with the freaking red eye, it seems to be the witch. Unless that's meant to throw me off. But then I wouldn't think that it would just be written like this. Like it would be like the witch's true name. It wouldn't be like witch's true name, right? That's just an odd way to phrase it. Maybe the red eye is a genetic thing? That did cross my mind. We don't really see her. But then I was thinking, right, well, she's supportive of the son who doesn't like the use of the fungus. And I feel like people who did the fungus stuff are probably more traditional. Witch's true name is Volha Dragonova. So I want to try the other rune really quick. See, no, that's not it. I do think it is the first rune, because that's the one we see being drawn in the festival massacre. They frequently return to the site of the tragedy. Wait, 1963. 1965, she'd run away. So what happened in 1965 again? Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, 19... So this has gotta be it. Animal killings, 1965. Let me try the twin glyphs. How... Blank's true name is Lilia Dragonova. I feel like I'm close. Could this one not be the Draken Oak? There's a photo of the hexagon. But this one's not carved onto the tree. Right? Oh, she's the adoptive elder sister of Atlia and Mstislav. She acted more... Wait. Wait, what? So she was more of a caregiver? Volha Dragonova is the mother of Jan. So that means... Were they the same person? They might be the same ass person. Because Jan is Attila's... No, wait, never mind. Unless Atlia got with his sister. I'm just trying to wrap the family tree in my mind a little bit. Atlia's son is Jan. So that means Atlia's wife is Volha. And she doesn't use their last name anymore. Wait, she doesn't use their last name? What does that mean? His son. So yeah, so his wife is Volha. And his sister is Lilia. Adoptive sister. And she, like, took care of Atya. Okay. So she disappeared into the woods. Killed a bunch of animals for some reason. That's gotta be it. You might be onto something. It feels like the two blanks are probably full names. Right, that's what I mean. Casimir Ostrovsky. What other names do we have access to? What other names? Kozlovka was founded by Bohdan Dragunov and Alina Dragunova. Spiritual Winter Festival celebrating her husband's crops. This will attract dozens of people whose families make up the Kozlovka today. Very devout to her husband. He borrowed her strength in times of need. So he definitely drinks the period blood. The mother of Jan Dragunova. Although she no longer uses their last name. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? But that's the name right there. So is she the witch? Divorce? But where, like, that's a name that's, like, related to... You know what I mean? Even as a pillar of Kozlovka's culture, there is a decline in interest for ancient pagan rituals. As a tourist, you can get her signature spiritual chalk. I'm just thinking in the context of, like, names being different and blank blah 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 true name. Like, uh... And I don't see any other names. Am I dumb? Am I freaking dumb? I think it's a minus cross. It has to be, because when we look at the Festival Massacre, no. Wait, what? Wasn't this one? Winter Festival. When we look at the Winter Festival, we see this being carved. Hardship people endure. Wives would take up their husbands' tools as a sign of kinship in equal footing. Wait, I feel like that could be important. That could actually be important. So, oh my god, maybe... Oh my god. They were the same person. Israel's her husband's crops, the vessel attracted doubt to her husband, asked me. Maybe they were the same person. Maybe he's like, I'm going to borrow the strength of my beloved wife Alina Dragonova. And he just goes and puts on drag. Right? And then they were responsible for the Festival Massacre. No? That's not it? Really? What? But it makes so much sense. Oh, you know what? This should be reversed. I feel like this should be reversed. What? What? Hi, Ta. Hi, how's it going? How are you? I'm certain that's gotta be... If it's not the freaking witch, then it's gotta be this. If it's not the witch, it's this. Because everything else with the witch takes place in the 1960s. The witch's true name is Lilia, who disappeared in 1965 when the animal killings happened. They returned to the site of the tragedy and carved a minus cross into the drake and oak. How is that not correct? How is that not correct? Let's get a closer look at the tree. Oh, wait a minute, what's this? Oh my god, I missed it. I missed it. Forgiveness. Fuck. I knew it. The witch's true name is Lilia Dragonova. They were responsible for the tragedy animal killings. They frequently returned to the site of the tragedy to carve the rune Izvini onto the drake and oak. To think that the witch was their sister all along, and to think they had a sister to begin with, it's almost unbelievable. I found this document hidden in the archives. It felt like it was meant to be buried, like it wasn't meant to be found. I hope this helps your investigation. 1943, Research Notes 144, transcription. Tree looks to be centuries old. It can be confirmed. There are runes on the tree. However, isn't it in chalk like the It isn't in chalk like the pictogram suggests. Seems to be carved with some carpenter's tool. Remind soldiers not to trample over the area, and be careful of the delicate fungi. They are hard to spot, but they are there. Update. Found a letter. Written a few days after the incident. We'll attach it along with these notes. Wait a minute. Document in the archives. Let's look at the report. Blank is responsible for the tragedy blank. They are also responsible for the two blank on the blank. The two runes on the tree. The two runes. Rumor of the tragedy spread across Europe and led to another tragedy. Oh, easy, easy. This one's easy. So wives take on their husband's tools, right? That means Alina is responsible for the tragedy. The Winter Festival Massacre. And being a carpenter, also carved the two original symbols onto the tree. Rumors of the tragedy spread across Europe, which led to another tragedy. And this one, we know because of this. German documents show that the occupation was not a simple invasion, but also to investigate the event that happened in the late 1800s. So it led to this. Boom. Alina Dragunova is responsible for the Tragedy Festival Massacre. They are also responsible for the two Slavic rune symbols on the Draken Oak. Rumors of the tragedy spread across Europe and led to another tragedy, Battle of the Forest. This must have been the beginning of it all. I've heard of the legend before, but always thought it was an old wives' tale to scare me when I was a child. I think we're uncovering a much deeper conspiracy than we thought. Surely someone must have known about all of this. How did these tragedies go unnoticed, unconnected? Blank intentionally led investigations astray. They ousted Blank from the family after the tragedy Blank, and covered up mistakes made by Blank after the tragedy Blank. So it's gotta be Jan who led the investigations, right? The investigation led by Jan Dragunov ran cold after a year, after having only found a few items of several victims. They ousted Blank from the family after the tragedy Blank. What does ousted mean? Does ousted also involve disappearing? Like they ousted their own father from the family? Like exile? Thrown out? So I mean, if ousted means removed, I don't think it implies removing from existence, right? It means just like shuttering them out. So maybe it's witch. They ousted witch from the family after the tragedy 90s. After the... I think they ousted the witch after the animal killings, because it was bad PR. Wait. Well, this happened in... Hang on, this happened in 1965, so I don't think Jan would have been... I don't know how old this dude is, but it doesn't look that old. No, this must not be right. Or... And covered up mistakes made by... I feel like it would be mistakes made... Oops. It would be mistakes made by... Casimir? Was invited to, as part of the... Yeah. So this has got to be this. And he disappeared, right? This guy disappeared. He was the one outsider that disappeared. So this has got to be 90s disappearance. But if this is 90s disappearance, then this... can't be 90s disappearance again. Summer Plague? Oh, yeah, of course. Mstislav. Mstislav was the one responsible for this. Boom. Wait, what? Mistakes made. They ousted Dr. Mstislav from the family after the tragedy. Summer Plague. I'm almost certain this is right. He announced a more potent version of his medicine in 1989, but failed safety tests in the subsequent years and was not approved by the government. Right, so Mstislav got ousted after he accidentally killed a bunch of people. Free my man, he didn't do anything wrong. He was trying his best. Covered up mistakes made by... After the tragedy... Maybe it's the father? If it's not Casimir, it's the father. No, it is I'm almost certain it's Casimir. But he disappeared. The investigation led astray. That's accurate. Unless it wasn't Jan, it was the mom who supported Jan. What? Volha Dragonova is the mother of Jan Dragonov. She was a proud mother and adamantly supported Jan's mayorship after her husband's disappearance. Although she no longer uses their last name, she still has close connections to the family. So I'm thinking, like, it's a possibility that she was the one pulling the strings for her baby boy. For her baby boy, Jan. But if he led the investigations, I think it was him. Jan was infamous for being vocal about his disapproval of the use of symbiotic ergot. After the plague, he launched the Modern Farming Initiative with the primary goal of phasing out the fungi from use. So he had ulterior motives. He led the investigations. He definitely wanted to get rid of Mstislav for the bad PR of killing a bunch of people. Accomplished medical doctor and local pharmacist, first to formulate a medicine from the local colony of symbiotic ergot. No one has been able to replicate his success. He is a vocal advocate of using Kozlovka's medicinal herbs for nationwide medical use. So Casimir, when did Casimir come into the picture? Russian mycologist who specializes in the study of rare fungi, he moved to Zarnava, dedicated most of his 30-year career in studying symbiotic ergot. He was invited to Kozlovka as part of the Modern Farming Initiative, primarily researching the ecosystem in the Białowieża forest. And he disappeared. He definitely disappeared. So I'm not sure what could be wrong here. Covered up mistakes made by Casimir. Oh! Maybe I had it right. Maybe it was the mom who led the investigation astray, but the mistakes were made by her son. No? That seems so right. Unless I maybe have it... Who no longer has the last name? The mom. The mom has changed, doesn't use her last name anymore. Mistakes made by... Who? Who would make mistakes? I assumed it would be this guy because he was brought on to do this, like, scrapped modern farming thing. Made by the government? Mistakes made by the Zarnavin Cultural Preservation Initiative? made by agriculture? Or the... I don't think the police force is like... Mistakes made by the Modern Farming Initiative. The proposal involved Dr. Kazimir Ostrovsky, who was invited to the town to undergo research. It was ultimately scrapped. If it was scrapped, I feel like it was Dr. Kazimir. But you know, let's try putting the mom's name back in. Well, this is definitely right. This is definitely right. These two, I'm like, okay. Maybe it was the Zarnavan Cultural Preservation Institute covering up for... Volha covered up mistakes made by her son. I tried that already. I tried putting the son's name down there too. So this one I accidentally deleted, but it's definitely right. I have the sense that this one at the top, because it makes a point to mention how much she supported her son, that you're not listening to me. What do you mean? Volha covered up mistakes made by... So she might have been ousted from the family? But she still has close connections with the family. But I also don't think that makes sense, because he's the one who got disgraced. The doctor was the one who got disgraced because everyone knew that he was responsible for the... Well, Jan knew he was responsible for killing those people, and then it started that whole initiative to phase out his like specialty, because he didn't want to deal with that anymore. Mistakes made by... It's gotta be the dad then. I think I tried that already. Mistakes made by Modern Farming Initiative? No. Unless I got this last tragedy wrong. Let me just rethink this. Let me rethink this. Conspiracy. There must have been this must have been the beginning of it all. I've heard the legend before. I always thought it was an old wives' tale. I think we're uncovering a much deeper conspiracy than we thought. Someone must have known about all this. How did these tragedies go unnoticed, unconnected? So maybe I had it wrong. Maybe it was about him. Maybe we're not quite at the modern era yet. What about Battle of the Forest, since that was the result of research or something? Hang on. 1945 to 1992. It might have been Atlia because the summer plague happened before he disappeared. So I still think... Hang on. Let's look at this again. Jamotheus, welcome. How's it going? The mayor was responsible for leading investigations. He appointed himself sheriff. As long as I draw a breath, I'll keep this down. Okay. I had it fucked. I jumped a little ahead. I got a little ahead of myself. Mstislav killed those people in 1990, 2 years before the current mayor at this time disappeared. So, I got a little ahead of myself. I got the timelines fucked up a little bit. My bad. So this is still Summer Plague, which happened in 1990. And the 90s disappearance happened in 92. The mistakes were made by... Hang on. Covered up mistakes made... Hang on. $1965. 45 to 92. Okay. The mistakes were made by... Lilia, then. Wait, what? I'm so close, actually, though. The mistakes were made by... Okay, so there's only a certain number of tragedies, obviously. And if it was Atlia who ousted blank... Okay. So, actually, I think Atlia likes Mstislav. So I think Mstislav was the one making the mistakes because he accidentally fucked up. So, this is actually that one. So I gotta swap those two. So, animal killings... This is the... We know that Lilia committed the animal killings. And we know that the... Summer Plague was the mistake that the mayor wishes he could forget. Got it. Atlia Dragunov intentionally led investigations astray. They ousted Lilia Dragunova from the family after the tragedy animal killings and covered up mistakes made by Mstislav Dragunov after the tragedy Summer Plague. So... Lilia wants to feed the fungi, kills a bunch of animals, and disgraces the family name. So Atlia basically banishes her and turns her into the witch. So she lives anonymously, right? And then, because he still believes in the fungi as being like a major export for the town, he's still supportive of the doctor who's like a successful pharmacist, but he went a little too silly with it, killed a bunch of people during the Summer Plague, and Atlia covered up for that because he still believes in that, his general practice. And then later on, I guess at some point his son decides it's too much and disappears them all, and then tries to basically cover it all up. I'm trying so hard to follow, but my brain is too raccoon-pilled. It's okay. It's okay. I'm trying to keep y'all up to speed. I don't think this is a good direction to pursue. You've already done more than enough for the investigation, and your notes have been very helpful. For now, I'm asking you to stop looking into this. Please, leave it be. Wait, what? Oh, now you don't want me to do this? You must have been incredibly close to blank. After all, your real name is blank, isn't it? Your real name is Volha Dragunova, isn't it? You must have been incredibly close to Jan. Wait, what? Wait, what? I've heard it's, I always thought it was an old wives' tale to scare me when I was a child. Oh, V. Lysenko. Yeah, this is Volha Lysenko. That's who we've been talking to this entire time. So you must have been incredibly close to... Who? Who were you close to? She's the mother of Jan. Supported the mayorship after her husband's disappearance. So if it's not Jan, it's gotta be Atlia. You must have been incredibly close to Atlia Dragunov. After all, your real name is Volha Dragunova, isn't it? Atlia was my husband. He was everything to me. I loved him and never imagined he wouldn't be involved in whatever this is. I hired you because I wanted to know what happened to him, not to learn he might have had a part in it. I don't know everything he did, but he was always a private man. Please don't assume the worst without proof. There's more at play. There's a reason why there are so many blank. Everything traces back to one place, and the roots lead back to the blank. The tree is the center of it all, and your husband is part of it. The roots lead back to the... It's either the tree or the forest. Right? I mean, it literally says the tree. If that's a bit too obvious, then maybe it's the forest? The roots lead back to the Balawiza forest? There's a reason why there are so many tragedies. So it's gotta be the tree. There's more at play. There's a reason why there are so many Kozlovka tragedies. Everything traces back to one place, and the roots lead back to the drake and oak. The tree is the center of it all, and your husband is a part of it. Maybe literally. Maybe they fused into the tree. We've come too far to stop now. I suppose we have to see this through. I went through his office. I hate doing it. It feels wrong, but something caught my eye. I don't know why he had this, or what it means. Maybe you'll understand better than I do. I'm sorry, Jan, but this is impossible. The land is too reliant on the symbiotic ergot. Without it, we just can't. Maybe decades later something can change, but the damage is too dire. Your proposal will fail. And there's something else. I think I'm being watched. I might know who's behind the recent incidents, but I need to be certain before I say more. I'll explain in person, July 21st. I went through his office? The dad's office? I think I'm being watched. I know who's behind the recent incidents, but I need to be certain before I say more. So, I'm thinking it's... Atlia sent a letter to, obviously, Jan, who's named in the letter, of how the modern farming initiative will fail. They also knew who was involved in the recent incidents. Well, it wouldn't have been the 90s disappearance because that is just gonna happen. So, Summer Plague? No. Festival Massacre? No. Animal Killings? Well, he knew. No. Battle of the Forest? No. Maybe it is the 90s disappearance, and it's not the dad. It can't have been him, because he disappeared himself. Land is too reliant on us. We can't. Decades later, something can change. The damage is too dire. Your proposal will fail. I think I'm being watched. I know who's behind the recent incidents. July 1st, 1992. That... July 1st, 1992 implies that it... Over the course of 2 months... Oh, well, over the course of 2 months means that he could have disappeared later. No. No, that's not right. Hmm. Who's involved in the Kozlovka tragedies? Summer plague? Recent incidents? This is not recent. It's either this, which I don't think it is. So it's gotta be this. So that means it's not Atlia. I think it's actually... I think it's actually Mstislav. Is he dead or alive? I think he's still alive. I think he's still alive. He's the one with the expertise. No? And how the blank will fail? How the blank will fail. Agriculture? No, it's gotta be this. They also knew who was involved in the recent incidents. The damage is too dire. Your proposal will fail. The damage is too dire. Proposing the modern farming initiative. So this is correct, this is correct. And recent implies 90s disappearances, which happened over the course of 2 months. Got it. Dr. Kazimir Otrovsky sent a letter to Jan Dragunov of how the modern farming initiative will fail. So, the dad had already disappeared, he was already mayor, already proposed the modern farming initiative, and then his hire, Casimir, was like, oh no, this isn't gonna work. And then he got disappeared. Is this game fun? Depends. If this is, this is exactly what it looks like. I think you would know better than me if you would find it fun. I'm enjoying it. I like puzzle games as long as they're easy. And I do like Golden Idol. I think I just got a little testy because the stream had been going on for like 4, maybe 5 hours. And I was getting frustrated with myself. It's not that I don't... it's not that I can't just like sit and stare at something. It's just I get really... I get weird when I'm like out of energy, and then I'm like, oh my god, I want this stream to end, and I don't want to like do a whole nother stream where I just finish one puzzle and then do something else, because I like streams being focused on one particular thing. These are the last of what I could find. They know I've been looking into this. If something happens to me, please find blah 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 blah. Oh, and yet it's still sent. It's still sent even though even though she's like dying and being strangled. Evidence letter. Refer to research notes 144 for details. My dearest daughter, do not fear the sacrifice your mother made. Take the fungi, and you will not only survive, you will thrive. The land will remember your name as it remembers hers. With all the love I can still give, your father. Your father. Dearest daughter. The land will remember your name as it remembers hers. Your father. 1982. Okay, who's what's happening? 1982. So this is the OGs. This is Alina and Bodan. My dearest daughter, do not fear the sacrifice your mother made. So Bodan sent this letter after sacrificing Alina. Hang on. I'm not gonna do this yet. Dear brother, I read her father's letter. Think about it. If the land feeds on what it is given, then maybe it doesn't have to end in ruin. Maybe this is how we survive. It's no wonder she never seemed to age after all this time. I need to test it. A few small trials just to see. The thought alone has kept me awake for days. I know how it sounds, but this could change everything. Imagine what we could do for the next 50 years. 1965. I read her father's letter. If the land feeds on what is given, maybe it doesn't have to end in ruin. This is how he survived. No wonder she never seemed to age after all this time. Wait. So Bodan sacrificed Alina. And Bodan's daughter? Probably Lilia. Who looked really young in 1965. But which implies that she's much older. Has been like sacrificing people and then eating the mushrooms and getting younger. Dear brother, time is running out. I think I'll have to start soon. Jan invited some expert after your clumsy mistakes, but I think I can handle them. Dear brother, perhaps your trials are not failures. You said they passed in their sleep. It might be the best solution to make it as painless as possible. It's the best we can do for what we're asking of them. For the loss of a few, there is still many. 1992. Jan invited some expert, but I can handle them. Dear brother, perhaps your trials are not failures. Perhaps, so this is this Atlia talking to, Mstislav? Okay, I think I get it. So, I can fill this in. Volha goes here. Is everything alright? Volha Dragonova, are you there? Hello. I'd like to apologize for Volha Dragonova's actions as of late. Unfortunately, we've decided to terminate your contract. Town Hall. Please cease all prior investigations and send your invoice to the Town Hall. Your services will be paid in full. Thank you for your cooperation. Who is this? Jan, is that you? That was a good guess. Or perhaps you're simply more perceptive than I gave you credit for. Tell me, what's driving you now? Curiosity, guilt, or the need to be right no matter the cost? You're probably the only one to understand. Too much blood has been spilled in Kozlovka. Too much blood has been spilled in Kozlovka. Blank and I didn't know what we were uncovering. Now that we do, the world deserves to know. Okay. Right? They got Chris playing Golden Idol likes again. No, this one's way easier. It's way easier. This is like baby version of Golden Idol. And not in a bad way. I love it. I love when things are easy. You're probably the only one to understand. Too much blood has been spilled in Kozlovka. Volha, Dragonova, and I didn't know what we were uncovering, but now we do, and the world deserves to know. You are naive to think that simply telling everyone is going to solve anything. Truth doesn't heal, it spreads, it divides, it consumes. Fine, I'll let you continue your investigation. You already have everything you need. Perhaps you'll understand the position I've been forced into. Start from the beginning. The letter was written by blank, addressed to blank. It suggests that the tragedy blank was a ritual to cultivate more blank in order to treat blank's illness. This letter was lost to time only to be found during the tragedy blank. So, this letter was written by... It was written by Bodan, addressed to Lilia. It suggests that the tragedy... the Winter Festival Massacre, which was just like a blood sacrifice to heal Alina's ailment, was a ritual to cultivate more symbiotic ergot in order to treat Alina's illness. The letter was lost to time only to be found during the so, I mean, unless someone else was ill. I don't think anyone else is ill. She was a caretaker. Yeah, so she's obviously like, you know. She's obviously not a sister. It's late for me now. Have a wonderful time. Oh, have a good night. Have a good night, Constantinople. This letter was lost to time, only to be found during the tragedy. Okay, this is the one that I'm a little confused on. Only to be found during the 90s disappearance? Because they found a few items. No? Found during what? Battle of the Forest? So I think this is 90s disappearance. And maybe someone else was ill. Do not fear the sacrifice your mother made. Take the fungi, and you will not only survive, you will thrive. Okay, so it's actually Lilia's illness. Because she was the one who not only survived, but thrived. No? Their love guided them to the plot of land in hopes of starting anew as a family. The memorial erected to honor the family, which, with a quote, "For the loss of a few, there is still many." She's incredibly spiritual instead of the word. So, addressed. So I feel like that this is accurate. Do not fear the sacrifice. So she's gone already. The mother, they needed an extra body to feed the fungi. So the mother dies, or kills herself, or something. And then he's like, "My dear daughter, eat the mushrooms, and you'll be cured of your illness, but also live forever. With all the love I can still give your father." So it was definitely written by Bodan in 1982. Refer to Research Notes 144 for details. Okay, Research Notes 144. Research Notes 144 in 1943. This tree looks to be centuries old. There are runes on the tree, however, it isn't in chalk like the pictogram suggests. It seems to be carved in some kind of carpenter's tool. So maybe this is, yeah, maybe I had it right. Maybe it was the battle of the battle of the tree. Because this was 1940, yeah. There we go. Easy game. Cultivate more symbiotic ergo in order to treat. Yeah, so yeah, they were sacrificing bodies to feed the mushroom. The mushroom gives you immortality and cures your illness. And she grew on to stay youthful, and I guess got desperate and hungry during the animal killings during the 60s, killed a few animals, feeded on them, and now... Well, I don't know what's happening now. Because it seems like if they're phasing out the fungi, then her life would be at risk. Who got ousted from the family? She got ousted from the family, so... Jan is trying to starve her out. Proceed. Attempting the ritual, blank caused the tragedy blank. It failed to achieve results. Yeah. Lilia caused the tragedy, animal killings. It failed to achieve results. When they were caught, blank took the letter and sent it to blank. In their excitement, blank caused the tragedy blank. Wait. When they were caught... They took the letter? I am back, I made noodle. Welcome back. So, just to get you back up to speed, the original founders of Kozlovka, Bodan and Dragonov, they had a sickly daughter, and I think they actually legitimately did use her, like, period blood or something to feed the fungi to grow the mushrooms. They're like magical healing mushrooms. Because I don't know what else he means by using her strength, unless they were cutting off, like, her fingers or something. But eventually they sacrificed her. Eventually they sacrificed her and gave the mushrooms to the sickly daughter, who is her. And it also gave her eternal youth, because this was 1890, and she still looks really young in 1963. So now we're at a point of figuring this out. Did you ever watch Common Side Effects? I want to. I was watching episode 1 on YouTube because it was up for free. And then I thought episode 2 was on YouTube also. But it turns out episode 2 wasn't episode 2. It was like a freaking clip compilation of every scene related to this one important character. And it wasn't until I was pretty much almost done with that video that I realized I literally spoiled the entire season for myself. I was like, yeah, why is this episode edited so weird? Like, it's just skipping from, like... It's skipping around time, just things are happening so fast. It's just kind of a weird pacing thing. I thought it was an artistic choice. But turns out they completely fucked me, so I didn't want to watch it anymore. But it was good, though. I don't know why they would make an upload like that. It's basically like a spoiler compilation. Who would want to watch that? But I heard they're making a new season, so maybe I'll give it another watch. It's been enough time that I think I've forgotten enough of it. So, you know, it might be alright. When they were caught, blank took the letter and sent it to blank. Okay. In their excitement, Dr. Mstislav sent it to Mstislav. Who took the letter? What letter? What letter? This letter? Dear brother, I read her father's letter. Think about it. If the land feeds on what is given, maybe it doesn't have to end in ruin. This is how he survived. She never seemed to age. All this time, I need to test it. A few small trials just to see. So I think it was Atlia discovered... Atlia didn't know about the ritual. But then when Lilia did a botched animal sacrifice, he clued in on what was happening, wrote a letter. Dear brother. Yeah, they are brothers. So yeah. There we go. I think Akira getting spoiled is fine because there's so much going on, plus animation. Yeah, Akira is okay. I'm okay with... Well, I'm not okay with being spoiled with Akira. But I still want to watch Akira. But the official YouTube putting up, like, a compilation of a character's arc throughout the entire season, a clip compilation, is so weird. Not Breaking Bad official YouTube putting... Okay, I don't even want to read that. I still have to watch Breaking Bad. It's crazy though. It's crazy. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, it would be better not being spoiled, but what the fuck? Yeah, I know. Akira spoilers don't change the enjoyment. Yeah, actually, I think there's a local screening of Akira at like a local theater. I might check that out. Chester, I got you a badge. What? Thank you. What kind of badge? Why didn't you read the title of the video? I thought that was just the name of the episode. I thought the name of the episode was Blank's Arc. And then it was exactly the length of an episode. An Artemis 2 badge? Whoa. Reminds me of Pragmata. Like the day I heard of the thing, every upload on my YouTube recommends was the ending completely spoiled. Oh no. I heard Pragmata is really good. I worked on the rocket? Oh my gosh, what? What? You worked on Artemis 2? That's crazy. That's awesome. Well, fucking good, fucking good work. Like, keep up the good work. Like, that shit's so important. It's so cool and important. That rules. Hell yeah. Furries in STEM moment. Yeah, so true. Damn, that's insane. So cool. We'll get Chester to the moon in a couple years. Do I get a say in this? In their excitement, Dr. Mstislav Dragunov caused a tragedy summer plague. No? Okay, well, I accept my fate. Sometimes you have to answer to the greater calling. If the greater calling demands that I go to the moon, then the moon I shall go. You know? You're almost there? Okay, this bro gotta chill. I don't like the way he's phrasing that. I don't like the way he says continue and you're almost there. The process is simple. We strap you to the rocket and hope for the best. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'm pretty sure you don't have a P.O. box. I don't anymore. I don't anymore. Because I moved. Oh. Are you by chance going to FWA? Because if not, then... You're on a Megaplex? Ooh. Are you on Discord? You can DM me. And we could figure it out. If you're on my Discord. If not, then I can find you somehow. Or maybe email me if it has to come to email. Which I don't mind. I don't mind email. I can join the Discord and get you the stuff somehow. Yeah, that'd be great. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on the Discord, and then I'll reach out. But otherwise, yeah, email is fine too. Anything is fine. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's very thoughtful. After the incident, you invited Blank to research the symbiotic ergo. You invited Kazimov? Kazimir Otrovsky. got Dragonov mixed up. If you rebrand to no longer be an otter, what will we be called? Why would I rebrand to no longer be an otter? While research was underway, Blank started the ritual once again. Who started the ritual again? Casimir? Oh. Wait, yeah, who started the ritual? Atlia? Maybe he sacrificed himself? Right? You're talking about making an anime Animus in the Bloodborne stream? Yeah, well, that'd be an anime version of an otter. It'd still be Chester. I'm stuck with the Chester brand. I love Chester. I wouldn't let go of Chester. Chester forever. In that case, I'm fine with you changing to that. Yeah, no, I wouldn't just become like a random anime. No way. No way. I thought you were gonna be an anime boy with cat ears. Oh, like the old emo. No. I've long abandoned that. Chester the chicken. Interesting. Interesting theory. Okay. If it wasn't Casimir doing the ritual, it would be Atlia. Because Casimir is just a researcher. And I want to say that led to the 90s disappearances. Blank sensed something was wrong and tried to warn you, but Blank intercepted the messages and had them killed. Unless it was the witch. Casimir sensed something was wrong. That's obvious. But who intercepted the message? I want to say... Atlia? Huh. There's an employee party tomorrow. I'll be taking pictures of the rocket. It's a celebration party. Yo! Have fun at the party. That sounds awesome. I was watching some videos on, like, the roadmap for all those missions. And, like, you know, the next mission or whatever, and it's, like, all the... establishing, like, a permanent moon base and stuff. And I think that stuff is the coolest. That's the coolest thing ever. Genuinely. Did you get to put anything on the rocket before it went up? Yeah, there's gotta be an OWO written somewhere. Somewhere in there. Although those pilots were getting in trouble for meowing, so... I don't know if they make you suppress your furriness. Sometimes you have to keep it on the DL, I guess. No meowing on the moon. If I ever go to the moon, I am not gonna... No one's gonna stop me from meowing. The meow on the moon. There's already a base on the moon. Did you watch Steven Universe? Yeah, the documentary Steven Universe. My bad. My bad. Human base. Artemis 2 was our test to see if we could still orbit the moon and back. I do enjoy my Artemis 2 content. I was just watching Hank Green cross-referencing the metadata in the photos to like make a timeline of the of all the public photos. Let's see. Casimir sensed something was wrong and tried to warn you, but Blank intercepted the message and had them killed. Who intercepted the message? While research was underway... 92. So this is correct. Blank started the ritual. Once again implies that it was Mstislav again. And then if Atlia is gone and already sacrificed to the fungus, then the only one left would be the witch, Lilia, who lurks in the shadows. Would it not be her? Artemis colon 3? That's too good. Started the ritual once again implies that he was the same person who committed the summer plague would have tried again and committed the 90s disappearance. That's the only hint I have about, like... If the land feeds on what's given, maybe it doesn't have to end in ruin. No wonder she ended up... No wonder she never seemed to age. All this time I need to test it. A few small trials just to see. The thought alone has kept me awake for days. I know how it sounds, but it could change everything. Imagine what we could do for the next 50 years. Time is running out. I think I'll have to start soon. Jan invited some expert after your clumsy mistakes, but I think I can handle them. Dear brother. Jan invited some expert. Jan invited Casimir. Dear brother implies it's either Mstislav or Atlia. Perhaps your trials were not failures. So this is Atlia talking. You said they passed in their sleep. It might be the best solution to make it as painless as possible. It's the best we can do for them, for what we're asking of them. So I think that implies that this is Atlia, who started the 90s disappearance, which ended up taking his own life too. Blank intercepted the message and had them killed. I mean, maybe Mstislav? This alerted you of the crime. I joined the Discord? Oh, I see you. I'll message you after. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I got school. Bye-bye for now. Good luck at school. Let's see. What was the letter that was like, I feel like I'm being watched? Where was that? This one? I need to be certain before I say more. I think I'm being watched. It's either one or the other. It's one or the other. If this is here, then Atlia did it. If not, then I'm gonna freaking untag this one. I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna bookmark this. Boop. And then for this one, I am slow because all the reviews are like, this is an hour and a half game, and I'm already on hour 3. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best over here. So I'm gonna mark this one. So maybe the witch is just what it wants. You know what I mean? Where it's like, at this point, she's not Lilia anymore. No? I'm just trying every combination. Who? Who else? Who's lurking in the shadows? Literally who? Volha? No, because she doesn't know anything. She literally doesn't know anything. I don't think it's Jan because this is saying this alerted you of the crime. Oh, well, actually, I mean, I guess if intercepting it alerted... Yeah, maybe. Maybe. No. No, no, no. Got it. The freaking doctor didn't do nothing. After the incident, you invited Dr. Kazimir Ostrovsky to research the symbiotic air god. While research was underway, Atlia Dragunov started the ritual once again, causing the tragedy 90's disappearance. Dr. Kazimir Ostrovsky sensed something was wrong and tried to warn you, but Atlia Dragunov intercepted the message and had them killed. This alerted you of the crime. I'm assuming you already figured out what happened next. I can make a calculated guess. You killed Atlia. He was the last victim of the 90's disappearance. So he killed his dad. At first I thought maybe the dad had disappeared first, but I guess not. He may have been my father, but in the end, he wasn't the man I knew. When I learned what he'd done, what he intended to continue, I had to end it. It was foolish, because in the end, the burden fell to me. Oh, the irony of it all! Some truths rot everything they touch. Do you understand why the past had to stay buried? Blank is too reliant on the blank. The town was built on death, on rituals disguised as tragedies, and it's been feeding on that ever since. Yeah. So, Kozlovka is too reliant on the symbiotic ergot. Come on, you should make this, like, draggable. On death, on rituals disguised as tragedies, been feeding on that ever since. So I guess what we learned from the animal thing is that it only works on human sacrifices, which is why they can't, like, feed it livestock and stuff. So I guess that's why it's like, ooh, evil, bad, icky, whatever. Casimir only confirmed what I was too scared to admit to myself. The town is built on blood, and to the extent of the country of Zarnava. To an extent, the country of Zarnava. If we stop the process, people will starve. But what's a measly few to sacrifice only every 50 years? It was a curse inherited by my family, but I've grown tired of the charades. I think in my heart I wanted someone to know. I won't stop you from doing what you think is right. I only wish my mother wouldn't need to know. Publish the article, burn the evidence, or delete the evidence, or burn the tree. Damn. This is like Mass Effect. I guess publish the article means the world knows about the human sacrifice. Delete the evidence means they can keep up the human sacrifice and feed the country. And burn the tree means that no more. No, that means no one knows, but also it can't continue. I mean, obviously publish the article. Well, maybe publish the article implies that it could be used for ill, right? Like, maybe they could, like... They could still feed the tree human sacrifices, which would be fucked up. Burn the tree means that it won't ever be done again. I guess? I don't know. Definitely not delete the evidence. Listen, I'm just a journalist, you know? I'm here for my paycheck. I gotta publish the article. Zarnava Internal Security has flagged you for unauthorized disclosure of classified material. Your residence is under surveillance. Agents will arrive within 2 hours to take you into custody. Processing will occur at the National Center. 1 phone call will be permitted. Remain at your registered residence until an agent arrives to avoid escalation. So I get arrested! I assume I would be arrested either way. That's kind of cool. I like it. Yeah, it's a Godot game. Godot game. We love it. Good on them. And it got localized to Russian. That's cool. You're a shill for Big Godot. I am. I literally am. Thank you for playing. The project was a labor of love, and we hope you enjoyed the experience as much as we enjoyed creating it. Your game is saved just before the last report. Feel free to explore the other endings. Okay. I mean, it's probably just like a different text at the end. Hi, Jack. Hi, how are you? Wait, I thought it's saved. Oh, I guess I have to log in again. I mean, I don't think the twist... It's like you kind of figure out the twist like early on. That it's like human sacrifices. The actual twist of like, oh, who murdered who? I don't know. That doesn't really feel like, you know, that crazy. But I did enjoy this. This was fun to like uncover a little names and stuff. So let's do Kozlovka. Still reliant on the mushroom. I've been lurking but paying zero attention because I came in late. Yeah, that's okay. It's about a town that did human sacrifices. And I guess they were like, oh, should we cover it up or not? So, we can burn the tree. Like Mario. What if the Mario mushrooms was people? Actually, wasn't there like the toads turned into the blocks or whatever? You remember that? Like all the blocks, the question blocks and stuff were like cursed toads. That's awesome. They should put that in the next Mario movie. Is burning the tree the moral, like the intended ethical ending? Thank you for doing what I spent my whole life wishing I could. But every time I tried, I thought of what dying would mean and I faltered. I was too scared, but now I lived I've lived a much longer life than I needed. If Kozlovka survives, I pray it remembers you more kindly than it will remember me. Damn, I just committed like an arson and got away with it? I guess I had to put my name on it if you're leaking documents, I guess you gotta put your name on it or something. I mean, no, you don't have to. But there's like a paper trail. Okay, I guess this is like the good ending, right? Because it's like, this is an evil tree. Good ending, evil tree. That's nice. I appreciate that they let you see all the other endings. I was thinking, I'm like, oh, well, I'm like, maybe there's an ethical way to keep the tree. Like, maybe if it's, like, opt-in. But I'm like, nah, it probably would be exploited or something. It's like the organ donor thing on your driver's license. Why do we want the tree? Because it feeds this, like, impoverished country. Or it, like, yeah, like, the agricultural export or something is, like, reliant on the fungus or something like that. And, like, it's like people will starve if they don't have the tree. But I don't know. You gotta figure something out. Ugh. Hmm. What was it? It was, Kozlovka? It's too reliant on the thing. There you go. Hasn't really confirmed what I was too scared of, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we did this. We did this. Delete the evidence. Let the human sacrifices continue. Things are quiet. The fields are green again. The harvest looks like it'll be strong this year. My son hasn't said much, but he brushed it all off as a misunderstanding. Guess some things don't change, but I can't help but feel like there's still something wrong. I know you've not replied to my previous emails, but please give me a sign. Cool. Pretty good, pretty good. I like it. Alright, we got all the endings. We did it! The city is saved. I like it. Ooh, and there come all the achievements. I feel like those should have been... Okay. Wait, unlocked the redacted mode? What does that mean? Hang on, what? What was that? Give me a sec. Oh, no, that's just me. That's just, like, the progress. That's, like... That's, like, the thing that decodes the previous versions of the whatever. Yeah. Got it. Will you play Ace Attorney 3? There's a guy named Godot. That's cool. I guess that makes it a Godot game. We gotta do... I mean, alright. 3 hours is pretty good, but I mean, while we're here, we may as well do Wordle, right? I mean, we're here. Wordle. No, it's not. Whatever, I like Wordle. Let's see. Wait, what? That's not the page I'm on. Boop. Boop. Monitor main. That was weird. It was like an old... That was the browser I was on earlier. Okay. Walter was talking to me. I'm the most important person. Okay. Okay. Turn on... They're really telling me to do hard mode because I'm so good at this? Ooh. I don't like hard... I feel like hard mode is less fun. Because I like feeling around for hints and stuff. No, it's not new. Hard mode's been around. I don't think it's as fun. So we can do... Yeah, you're right. We could do which. See? We do... Could. We could do... Wait, there's 2 C's! Cuck. No. What? Clock? No, it's not clock. Damn. But it looks like it could be clock, though. You know what I mean? But what else could we put here if not an L? If it's not L or H, what could it be? What? Maybe, I guess C, E, something, C, O? This is why we need C, Sean. Theme. Interesting. C blank rococo chocolate croc oh huh okay we got it. It's crock, like a crock pot. I told you. I wasn't looking at chat. I wasn't looking at chat because I don't like when people tell me the answer. Now we gotta do connections now. We gotta do connections. Their check mark true alarm hour Tyrannosaurus. Tick time. Shock cross your shake her disturb Tesla. Tesla. I feel like Tesla can only mean something. Like Tesla shock. What is her? Your. Like the blanks of your? Like archaic words? Like, wherefore art thou? Cross. Alarm time. Tick. Tick. Wait a tick. Wait a tick. There's ticks of a clock. So increments. I'm thinking increments. Hour is another increment of time. There is not an increment. Mark. Cross, disturb, alarm, time, shake. Tyrannosaurus, Tesla, true, her, shock. Your, check. Ooh. mean, time and alarm, tick and, like, clock related, this feels way too obvious. I knew it. I knew it. Mark your calendar. Check your calendar. Tick your calendar, true your calendar, time your calendar, shake your calendar, disturb your calendar. Things that wake you up. Alarm, disturb. Being shaken. Being heard. Right? Tyrannosaurus, wake me up. To disturb, to alarm, to shake, to shock. I feel like shock doesn't quite fit. To time, to cross. I think it's this. Because if you're feeling cross, you're kind of like upset, right? Disturb, shake. So it's either I think it's either shake or shock. But if you're feeling shaken, then something is kind of disturbed. I'm shocked. I'm alarmed. I'm shaken. I'm cross. Cross is more like angry. That disturbs me. That shocks me. That alarms me. And that shakes me. Unnerved. Got it. So, cross the mark. Cross the finish line. Time during a race. You check the watch? No. Hour. So maybe race-related things? Like running on a track field. Olympic racing. On your mark, get set, go. Check the time. Cross the finish line. Check the time. Check things you do in boxes. Things you do in boxes? On a checklist? Tick, cross, mark. Oh yeah, that makes sense. You tick a checkbox, you check a checkbox, you mark something, and you cross it off. Ooh, good eye. Tyrannosaurus Rex, Tesla Rex, True Rex, Her Rex, Our Rex, Their Rex. That doesn't work. Things that are ancient. In the days of yore, Tyrannosaurus. Her? What is her? Things that are in movies? What? As old as time, but time itself is an option. Oh, Ben-Hur? What's Ben-Hur? Why does that sound familiar? Is that a movie? Her, Tyrannosaurus. Is True in a movie? Isn't that meme like with Morgan Freeman and the True? He's like, True. Does he ever say that? True. Words that start in T. Tesla, True, time, and there. No, that's not it, no. What the fuck? Your, her, Tyrannosaurus, and... It wouldn't be time. A tale as old as time. Oh, maybe it is. Days of yore, as old as time. What the fuck is Tyrannosaurus? In the final hour, maybe? Or like... No, that's not it. I know what it's a dinosaur, but like, how does that fit? What? Let me shuffle. Our in her true. Are you? Hang on. Maybe it is this. O-R-E-O-R. I was like, okay, so maybe this is like... These are all one letter off of each other. Because it's R-E, R-E... Sometimes they get a little weird and creative, right? T-R-U-E-H-U-R-H-O-U-R-Y-O-R-E-T... Right? You see what I'm saying? One away? One away? Oh, fuck. One away? Your... Her... Our... Time, their true Tesla. Oh, fuck. I don't know. I don't know. No, it's one away. What could it be? Your and her? And true? I feel like true is not true. But we tried time, right? No, we tried that with Tyrannosaurus. Blank as old as time. Days of yore. Hour. The final hour. Or the hour of blank. A teeny tiny hint you want it so bad. No. Their true Tesla Tyrannosaurus. 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 T-Y... Y-O-R-H-U-R... It's smart and I'm smart for knowing. Like animals missing the third letter. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be something weird. But Tyrannosaurus isn't missing the third letter. Is this how you spell it? Tyrannosaurus Rex. What the hell? What is this? What is this? Okay, fine. You can tell me. You can tell me. Tell me the hint. Her is a good starting point. People are saying Ben-Hur, but I don't know what that means. Oh? Ben-Hur? I've never heard that in my whole life. Say them out loud. Our, your, there. Like one syllable? True. Hour is two syllables. Time. Our time. Your, her, their. Words that have like multiple homonyms. Like our people, our burger. Her, like this is hers. Your, our, her, their. Oh, these are like pronouns. Oh my fucking pronoun. They put pronouns in connections. Bro. They made this game woke. Homophones for possessive adjective. Fuck off. Fuck off. Okay, what is time true Tesla Tyrannosaurus? What is this, huh? Random ass words that we couldn't decide to fit in anything. Tesla is a car company and a guy. True. This is gonna be things that are in movies or something. Starts with a T? It cannot be starts with a T. What T might stand... Oh my freaking god. What T might stand for? T-Rex? T for true? T for true, like true or false? What? Yeah, what is Tesla? T for time is like, okay, maybe if you're like a mathematician or something. Like T, yeah, T minus. T-Rex? Tesla coil? Do people say like... Oh, the car? Tesla is a unit of magnetism. Oh. I didn't know. We gotta do guess the angle. That sucks. That sucks so bad. This is, This is 130. Because that's 90. It's like 135. Getting hot? It is 130. Wait, what? It's 127? Wait, what? 120. Whoo, boy. You know, I meant to say 120. I just... In my head, 90 plus 30 was 130, but I fucked up. That's an easy-ass 118 if I've ever seen one. Ha! Joke's on you. I don't get this game. What do you mean you don't get this game? It's the easiest game ever. Alright, we gotta do guess the game. That's the easiest game to get. What game has a fire extinguisher? This is gonna be like Schedule 1 or something. Okay, never mind. That's too new. Pikmin 4? No. What is this? This is a Second Life. Okay, it's not Second Life. What is this? 93%? What is this? This is an old... Fear? It's not even in the Fear series. Are there multiple Fear games? Okay, it's not Fear. Xbox, PC, mobile, PS... Mobile? Engage... Wait, what is that? Engage? What? It's Splinter Cell? I've never played Splinter Cell. Damn! Oh wow, it is Splinter Cell. Oh, what the hell? I would not have gotten this ever, 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 ever. Damn, games... Graphics peaked during the, like, this era. Like, it looks just good enough to be good, but also jank at times. I miss when games looked like this. Amazing game. It looks good. What kind of game is it? Like, stealth? stealth game. Also, welcome, Shellbach. Welcome. Alright, we'll do one more, and then I really gotta go. I really gotta go after this. It won't be a situation where I do like 10 of them. We'll just do one more. One more. This is the fucking game where you get to like scan people's phones or whatever. What was that called? It's called fuck. What was that game called? You know what I mean? It's like you're on the street and it's like you could scan someone's phone and it's like, oh yes, Watch Dogs. This is Watch Dogs. No? Ooh, it's not Watch Dogs? Okay, fuck. Is there like a ninja game where you're like a cyber ninja with like a sword that you're running through like rain slicked buildings and cutting them up and stuff? I don't know what it's called. It's like Ghost Runner. Oh, it's Ghost Runner 2. Oh my god, it's Ghost Runner 2. Oh my god. Oh, that's what I meant. I meant that. Whew. Wow, I've never played this game, but somehow I knew. I was like, it's that cyber ninja game. I actually heard this game is really good. And it does look really fun. Ooh, it's got that like Titanfall wall running. I don't know, maybe I'll play this at some point. Oh my god, he just freaking died. Okay, we gotta do one more. What last one for real? This game is, I really love Guess the Game. I don't know, it's just fun. What? What is this? This is Captain America's shield. Really close up. Okay, never mind. Wait a minute. A space game? I don't think it's Outer Wilds. I don't think this is Outer Wilds. But it could be like Inner Wilds? Wait, it's easy? Everyone's neurons activating. Wait. This kind of looks like the sun in Outer Wilds, but it doesn't. This could be like a cutscene for something. 84%. One of the earliest indie games on Steam. Oh god, I don't know. Early indie game? What games take place in space? Does RimWorld take place in space? But it doesn't look like this. Mario Bros 2? Kernels? Oh, maybe I was thinking FT. I was thinking FTL. I've never played FTL. But I was thinking some kind of game where it's like a diagram of a ship. It is FTL. Oh, yeah, I was like, that's what I was thinking of. Yes, it's the ship diagram. Yeah. I've never played this game. It looks way too hard and technical. It's one of my favorite games. I think I'm maybe intimidated by it, but it does look fun. The technical feel of it kind of put me off a little bit. But that's cool. I should give it a shot. Easy to play, hard to win. I still play it. Damn. I thought I had the thought. I saw this. I was like, oh my, no, the sun station doesn't look like that. No way. You can't fool me that easy. Okay, as much as I would like to play more, I am gonna call it here. Boop. Let's go back here and let's get blown up. Let's go to Twitch. Okay. Also, I don't think I thanked you 3 hours ago if you're still here. I don't know if you're still here. But Tepo de Beppo, thank you. I saw your message and then I forgot to say thank you. Thank you so much for the resub. And Duchomp as well! I don't know if you're still here either. I remember the Bagel Bite comment. Sometimes I read the message and I forget to forget to say thank you. I have an idea of who I want to raid. Let me just see how long they've been streaming for. It looks like Quent is playing Tomodachi Life. That's always super fun. Why don't we say hi? I feel like it's been a... Has it been a while? No, maybe I raided him not too long ago. But definitely not into Tomodachi. I'll just drop you off there. I gotta get going. Alright. Alright. I don't know what the raid message should be. I don't know what the raid message... Actually don't know. I don't know. You don't have to do it. Whatever. Whatever. There it is. I mean, that's always fun, right? Thank you again for hanging out, everyone. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Super fun. I'm actually gonna be... What's today? So I'll be back on Saturday with... I don't know what. But then I am gonna be at FWA next week, so... I'll say this again on Saturday, but... I'm gonna be off for that week just because I'll be at FWA. But if you find me, please say hi. Please. Wish I could go. I know. And I don't even know... I'm not even sure it's... This might be my last FWA for a while. I don't know. But I wanna try some other cons. Maybe stuff that's more local to me. But that's, you know, that's after Saturday. So I'll be back soon. Thank you again. Bye, everyone. Enjoy the raid. Bye. Bye-bye.